What up, folks? 22 Comics, and today, like I said, we're going to sit there and go through my spec list. These are books that I'm looking for. I do not promote FOMO on here at all. This is not a FOMO list. This is a straight up, these books are cool, and I think they have potential list. And even if they don't, I think they'll add really good diversity to your collection. Alright? So, let's go through some housekeeping like usual. You can find me on Instagram at 22_comics. You can also find me on a podcast that I do with some of my buddies called Comically Comics. Also, digging what I'm putting out, please hit the like, hit the subscribe, throw me a comment down below. I greatly appreciate it. It gives me good ideas, and I love to see the love from y'all. Alright, let's get into the list right now. So, first books we're going to talk about are for the movies, the Eternals that are coming up. The Eternals is set to drop on November 15th. Alright, so my first pick is Eternals number 18. This is the first appearance of Tiamat, the Communicator. He's also known, or he or she, I guess, is also known as the Dreaming Celestial, and this Celestial is known to be worshipped by the Deviants. I'm specking that the Deviant that is in Earth's core that's looking to emerge is going to be Tiamat. You know, a lot of these other Celestials have been hidden, like people want those first appearances and things like that. I don't know that this one's really been talked about a whole lot. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about this one, and I think it's because, you know, like we've only gotten so many that we've seen actually in the previews and stuff like that. Like one of them has to be in being the one that's going to emerge from Earth. Eternals number 18, Tiamat, the Communicator. Book number 2 is Captain Marvel number 27. That's going to be the first appearance of Eros. Eros is the brother of Thanos. The reason I'm picking it is because he's the brother of Thanos, and he's been in a lot of galactic stories with Marvel and stuff like that, and like he's had dealings with the Avengers and stuff, things like that. So I feel like there is somewhat of a connection there, and I feel like you could bring him in with an Eternals movie. So again, Captain Marvel number 27, first appearance of Eros. Book number 3 is Avengers 232. This is the first time that Eros is given the name Star Fox from the Wasp. My thoughts are that if he comes in, like, this will be the second book to get. Like, his first appearance, of course, is going to heat up, and everybody's going to want that. And then this will be the other one, because this is like the key book where he gets his code name, or whatever you want to call it. So that's why I threw this on the list. Alright, moving on from the Eternal, Spiderman No Way Home. My one and only spec book I have for this, and I have showed y'all it already that I have it, is Amazing Spider-Man 337. That's the second appearance of the Sinister Six. First appearance being in Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 1. That book is blown up huge. This book is starting to take off. It's the second appearance. So whether we get the Sinister Six or not, like to have the second appearance of the Sinister Six, that's a cool book to have in my opinion. So again, Amazing Spider-Man 337, second appearance of the Sinister Six. Alright, now let's head on over to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That movie, 3 spec books on it. New Avengers number 7. This is the first appearance of the Illuminati. Again, more rumor mill stuff. I can see whether it's this movie or another movie down the road, I can definitely see the Illuminati being formed to have to deal with or communicate or whatever else the case is. Like, are we going to have several different things going on at one time? And we need the Illuminati to be able to talk with each team to figure out who needs to go where and do what and be prepared for this and that and da-da-da-da-da. So, like, I definitely think the Illuminati can be useful, and I definitely think it can eventually make its way into the MCU. Book number 2 is Avengers 187. That's going to be the first appearance of Chthon. I think I always say his name wrong. Chthon is the writer of the Darkhold. You've seen me with this book. I really think this book is going to be part of the MCU. Whether he's like the one that's being awakened by Wanda, or if he possesses Wanda in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, or whatever else the case is, I think there is good spec potential for this book. He's decently cool character. Everybody's hollering for Mephisto and stuff like that, when I think Chthon's right there in our face the whole time. So yeah, I'm pulling for Chthon. Avengers 187, first appearance of Chthon. Last book for Doctor Strange is Marvel Premiere number 10. That's going to be the first appearance of Shuma-Gorath. With the creature, the demonic type creature in Shang-Chi, the rumor mill of Shuma-Gorath there, possibly showing up in What If, and still, a cool character to have a book of. Again, it's a cool book to have. Marvel Premiere, number 10. First appearance of Shuma-Gorath. Alright, next movie I'm going to talk about is Thor, Love and Thunder. I think we got time on this one. The obvious ones are Gore the God Butcher and things like that, and Jane Foster coming in and possibly taking up the mantle of Thor and stuff like that. But I think there's other books we can look at. And I got 3 with a bonus one. Okay, so really this is an 11-book list. So if you made this far, kudos to you for staying tuned. First book on this list, I'm going to say, is going to be Thor 391. This is the first appearance of Eric Masterson. Eric Masterson eventually becomes... he, merges with Thor? Something along those lines. Anyways, and he winds up becoming a Thor. And quite like Jane becomes a Thor. So, Eric Masterson takes on the name Thunderstrike eventually in the comic books. This is his first appearance. And there's several books that are involved with him. And he has ties with Beta Ray Bill and the Thor Corps and all that other jazz. Thor 391. Check it out. See what you think. Next on the list is Thor 459. And this is when Eric Masterson becomes Thunderstrike. I feel like we'll have kind of the first appearance of Black Knight. Like, you'll have Dane Whitman, and then you have him as the Black Knight. Like, those books are the ones that are heating up. I think we'll have the same kind of effect if we get him. If we were ever to get him, it would be first appearance of Eric Masterson, which I just discussed, and it would be the first appearance of Eric Masterson as Thunderstrike. If you like Thor, check this book out. Alright, if you've made it this far, I'm about to tell you book number 10, but before I do that, please hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment, do the notification bell, all the things. I greatly appreciate it. And here's book number 10. Talking Thor 440, and this is the first appearance of the Thor Corps. I have more confidence in this book than probably the other Thor books, the other 2 Thor books that I just told you. And that's only because everybody keeps talking about Secret Wars. And if Secret Wars does become a thing, and we get the 2017 maybe, Secret Wars, then Thor Corps was part of, they were basically the police in Secret Wars. And so, that could be huge to have that first appearance. That book's already kind of heating up a little bit, especially on top of if we get Chris Hemsworth Thor along with Jane Foster Thor. Now you've got multiple Thors. So somebody could sling the name out there, Thor Corps, or something along those lines. You never know. But it's still a cool book to have. Now, the Thor Corps was made up in this book of Drago Couture, and I could have just butchered that name, Eric Masterson, and Beta Ray Bill. Now, everybody's wanting to see Beta Ray Bill too. So I do have a lot of confidence in this book. I think it's going to be a wait and see kind of book. Again, we could have nothing, but if you've got the first appearance of Thor Corps in your collection, that's a cool book to have, in my opinion. Look into that, see what you think. And now, let's get on to our bonus book. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 5. This is the first Marvel continuity appearance of Angela. People want to see that character. Marvel owns that character. That being the case, she could show up in Guardians of the Galaxy, in Thor Love and Thunder, in any of those kinds of galactic books, because she was in Guardians of the Galaxy. So, and in Marvel continuity, I believe they retconned her as Thor, one of Thor's sisters. So, and I say sisters because we already got Hela, who was a sister. So I don't know how they would actually do that, but there's a following for the character. This would be the first Marvel appearance of the character in Guardians of the Galaxy number 5. So, like we all know, Spawn 9 is going to shoot up. Once that shoots up, so is Guardians of the Galaxy number 5. Those are going to be 2 books to jump up real big. That's my, I guess, top 11 spec books for the Marvel Cinematic Universe that's coming up. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave me a comment, notification bell, all that good jazz. I greatly appreciate it. Check me out at Comically Comics, the podcast, and also on my Instagram at 22_comics. Thank y'all very much. Y'all have a good one.